Man, you see that Legally Blonde 2 yet?
Nah, that's a chick flick, right? I don't watch chick flicks.
Man, that ain't no chick flick. I thought I was gonna die laughing at that last night. I gotta give you the DVD before we take it back to the store, man.
Nah, I never got into the whole DVD thing.
You serious?
Of course I'm serious. Why the heck should you pay an extra $10 for a movie that costs half as much to pack and half as much to ship as an old VHS tape, man?
I don't know. Picture quality? Extras?
Don't talk to me about extras. You really think I need a voiceover from some Hollywood cokehead telling us what he really meant the movie to be about? DVD's gotta be the biggest scam since they told us all to make the switch from vinyl to compact disc, man. There's gonna be a backlash here. I can smell it.
The only thing you can smell is yesterday's calzone, buddy. You ever think to empty the trash before you lock up at night? Beautiful. You're gonna have to call the cops again, Mario. We got another psycho sleeping in the trash.
What's he saying? You trying to talk under that mask?
Who cares? I think he's mumbling something, but he's totally out of it, man. Better not touch him, in case he's some kind of a junkie.
Get back in the store. Close the doors.
What?
I think he's trying to warn you about something.
Go! For a fraction of a second, I wonder what normal people do on Sunday mornings.
Big, deep breath, Parker.
Are they blinking at their radio alarms? Are they nuzzling to their wives? Are they having their ribs broken by some old friend of the family dressed up in a rubber costume? Or is that just me? Four hours ago, this lunatic friend of the family was holding 18 people hostage in a church and promising to gas them unless his demands were met. But he didn't want money. Cash would be too obvious for a crowd pleaser like the Green Goblin. Likewise, drugs, helicopters, and South American passports. What he wanted was me on live television, sticking a steak knife in my stomach and forfeiting my guts for the benefit of the great American public. Naturally, I didn't comply, and well, we've been breaking each other's bones ever since. Who's your daddy now, Mr. Osborne? Who's your daddy now, huh? So much for this truce we were supposed to have going. So much for this stalemate we agreed upon. I got bored, he whined with the biggest grin a human face could ever pull. Life's a drag unless I'm pounding your head, little Parker. Something heavy, something heavy, something heavy. The mailbox, Spider-Man. Hit him with the mailbox. Gah! Ooh. What do you mean, ooh? If I hadn't hit him with something big and heavy, he'd have killed everybody. Hey, take it easy. I'm not judging you or anything, man. All I'm saying is you could have knocked him out without brain damaging the guy. You! Get away from the pumpkins! Those are the homemade bombs! Oh my god. Man, what's wrong with you? I told you not to touch that. You gotta fly me to a hospital, Spider-Man. I got all the little bits stuck in my leg and they feel like freaking razor blades, man. But I can't fly. God, I can hardly even walk after the kicking that idiot gave me. Maybe somebody could use their cell phone and call an ambulance or something?
Forget the ambulance. I'm calling the cops on you and your stupid friend, Spider-Man.
What? Not such a smart guy now, Spider-Man. Not such a smart guy when they throw you in jail, huh? Swear to God, the lunatic's brain damaged this poor guy. Hey, where'd he go? Believe it or not, this all started out as a nice Chinese meal, my wife and I helping my aunt move house.
God, there he is outside now, and looking like a dog's breakfast.
Aunt May, can you help me out with a little money for the cab? I think I lost my wallet somewhere and the guy says he needs $35.
Oh, Peter. I thought you said you'd always call in situations like this. Mary Jane and I were worried sick. We didn't know if you were alive or dead.
Jeez, Tiger. You're crazy, you know that? Is it true what they said on the news? Is it true that you finally got Osborn busted?
Kitchen. Sorry. Need to get to the kitchen.
What?
Oh, God. Is it bad? Should we take him to the hospital?
No, it's okay. He's tougher than he looks. All he needs is some painkillers and a chance to let his body fix itself up again. What's the strongest thing you've got?
I think I've got some Tylenol in here. But I could run down to the drugstore if he needs anything stronger.
No, just give me the Tylenol. Tylenol's fine, but I'm going to need a dozen of them. I always need half the bottle when it's this bad.
But it says on the bottle you're only supposed to take 2 every 4 hours.
He knows what he's doing. It's like this almost every other night, to be honest. Anything less and he doesn't get any effect at all. God, Osborn really did a number on you last night, huh? What are those big marks on your side? It all looks like an animal bit you or something.
No, Norman's just got pretty big teeth, Mary Jane.
Oh, don't, Peter. I know I can't stop you from getting into these fights, but I don't want to see what they're doing to you out there.
It said on the news that a psychopath had 18 hostages tied up in Trinity Church. Did you manage to save them all?
Yep.
Even the little girl you had hanging off that church bell?
Yeah, but I think I might have dislocated my shoulder when I swung down to catch her. It really hurts when I try to make a fist.
I love you. You know that? You drive me out of my mind, but I just absolutely love you, Peter.
Oh, God. I forgot to start the videotape.
What videotape?
CNN always runs the best helicopter footage after a supervillain's arrest, and they'll be running Mr. Osborn now. They're also very good for eyewitness testimonies. I love to hear what people say after they've seen you fighting.
But I thought you hated me doing this stuff.
Oh, but I do. But I'd hardly be much of an aunt if I didn't tape my famous old nephew finally bringing down Harry's old father. Now would I?
Hey, what are you doing with these Iron Man videos?
It's that little mustache, sweetie. Don't you think he looks just like Ronald Coleman? I'd really wish you'd just head home and get some rest, Peter. The movers can help me box this stuff up.
Not a chance, Aunt May. I don't want strangers touching all your private stuff. Hey, is this your old engagement ring from Dr. Octavius?
Anna Watson keeps saying I should auction it on eBay. But I think that would be such a betrayal of trust. Don't you think?
Oh yeah, Dr. Octopus being such a sensitive guy.
It's strange. Everybody kept telling me to move when Ben was killed, but I just couldn't have done it then. They said every time I walked into the living room, I'd just see him lying there bleeding on the carpet. But that honestly never happened. If I walked into the bedroom, I'd see him lying on the covers listening to his radio. If I walked into the kitchen, I'd see him smoking a cigarette and making one of his terrible potato omelets. Lord, if I walked into the bathroom, I'd even see him standing there doing a pee. Remember how he'd always leave that damn door lying open?
Yeah.
No, the good memories definitely outweigh the bad in this house. I'm delighted to say.
You sure you want to go ahead with the move, Aunt May? I mean, I could talk to the landlord again, and if you're having any second thoughts here...
No. This place should be a family home again, Peter. I think it's time to let another young couple appreciate the old bricks and mortar, don't you?
Well, a month from now, you won't be able to imagine living anywhere besides Manhattan, Aunt May. That said, living so close to me and Mary Jane means you're going to have to clean up that little act of yours, little lady.
What? What do you mean?
As in, no more drunken college guys at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, Peter. What kind of men would be interested in an old hag like me?
It'll be weird to finally give up my old room, though. I never actually told you this before, but I always loved the fact that you never changed a thing in here. All I had to do was walk through that door and I could travel back to time. Well, my biggest worry was waking you up as I crawled in the window. You know, I used to check the glass for footprints every morning before I left for school. And you wouldn't believe the money I spent on air freshener to hide the smell of wet fluid.
You're a very special boy. You know that, Peter. Thank you for asking me to come and live beside you.
It's going to be just like the old days, Aunt May, believe me. Moving you into this new apartment is going to be the smartest thing we've done in years. Okay, so the human bowels make a noxious smell whenever anyone emits a gas. Enough already. Now, if you'd all be so kind as to open your books where we left off last time, we can start off by going over the difference between diffraction and refraction. It's true you used to be famous, Mr. Parker? Excuse me? Umberto says you used to be some kind of ace photographer, worked for the Bugle, and got all the Spider-Man pictures and stuff. Is that true? And what makes you think I used to be a famous photographer, Umberto?
Googled your name and got 1,500 responses, man. Some big agency got all your old pictures. It says you gotta pay cash and stuff if you want to use them for anything.
Yeah, saw the free tour on that site, man. Spider-Man kicking Electro in the nuts, Spider-Man fighting that Dr. Octopus guy with those big steel arms and stuff.
You true you'll get some kind of royalty every time those pictures get used, Mr. Parker? Unfortunately, that's not true, Franklin. And to be honest, I don't think it's any of your business either.
The hell he need a royalty for, man? Parker's married to a supermodel. Guy's gotta be a millionaire.
He ain't married to Mary Jane no more. It said on EW she moved to LA to kickstart her movie career.
Nah, that was just a trial separation and the movie stuff all fell through. She's back living with Mr. Parker and they got a place uptown.
Pardon me for interrupting, but do you people always run a background check in your new teachers?
Oh yeah, lonely teachers looking for a date is a real scream too. But what you really gotta see is the freaky pics Mr. Marsh put up on one of those.
Telephone call for you, Mr. Parker.
Thank you.
City Council on the line. And it doesn't sound like jury duty, buddy.
Wish I could say this kind of thing was rare, sir, but I'm afraid these random acts of vandalism happen more often than anyone would care to admit. That said, it is unusual for kids to just single out one specific headstone like this. It's probably just a rotten fluke this turned out to be your father's burial plot.
Uncle.
What?
Ben Parker was my uncle. I never actually knew my real father. He died when I was just a little kid.
Well, at least you know all of this is nothing personal, sir. I mean, whoever did this was probably still messing his diapers when your uncle was up and around.
Has anyone contacted my aunt?
Actually, we tried to call Mrs. Parker before we called your school, but the operator said she just moved into the city and the phone line hadn't been installed yet. Do you maybe have a cell phone number?
Just a second, this is probably her now. Aunt May?
Not even close, Spider-Man.
Nice job finally bringing in the Green Goblin, by the way. But how much of a nerve does that shyster have, charging you with aggravated assault, huh? You know, society's going down the drain when they can't even tell between deranged criminal sociopaths and altruistic super hobbyists. I think you've made a mistake here.
Oh, please, let's be adults about this, Parker. Wasn't defiling your uncle's grave enough? Do I really have to do something truly awful here?
What do you want?
I just want you to realize how bad things can get very, very quickly when something as simple as your real name falls into the wrong hands, Spider-Man. What are you talking about?
Care for a wheat cake, sweetie?
Mr. Parker? Is everything okay, sir?
I'm sorry, I've just had a family emergency and sorry. Listen, no good moaning to me about it, lady. Not a lot I can do if the Avengers are trying to take down some clown up in the Long Island Expressway. Radio says all roads are closed from Judas H. Priest. What the hell was that? Spider sense tingles as 1,000 pairs of eyes catch a glimpse of me in street clothes, but there isn't time to give a damn. Just have to hope I'm flea jumping around too fast to be anything more accurate than average height, average build, and brown hair at the worst. For a fraction of a second, I wonder what other people get caught at work for. Their apartment got flooded? Their kid got sick at school? Their secret identity's just been figured out by a guy with a voice like cut glass? Or is that just me again? Please don't be too late. Please don't let it be my fault that another one of my family is lying there twitching and shivering on the carpet. Not me! Oh my god.